right, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is Relationship Tuesday right here on Your World. And as per usual, every single Tuesday we discuss matters relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's family, whether it's any form of relationship, okay? But for the last few weeks, close to a month, we've had a series. I want to call it a series, okay? On love and dating and the rules and the in-betweens. And we're asking ourselves, is love difficult to find right now? And at the same time, we also talked about boundaries in relationships, okay? But today, we want to continue with more or less the same conversation, but we're looking at, has love changed, or we, as a people, we're the ones who've changed, okay? And I'm sure Miriam at some point answered this question in one of the conversations. And today we want to focus on what are the new rules when it comes to dating. And why are we discussing this? Why are we continuing with this series? If you ask me, well, take a look at this clip, and then we'll come back and I'll introduce my panelists for today.
I dislike dating for many reasons, but one of my top reasons is all of the different rules you apparently have to abide to. Like, text him. But wait, no, don't text him. You don't want to seem desperate. But show interest, but not too much interest. Remember, you don't want to seem desperate. So tell him you like him, but no, don't tell him you like him because you don't want to be desperate. But show interest, because if you don't, there are other girls who are showing interest, not you. Okay? But wait maybe until the third date to show some interest. But oh, wait, show it on the first date so that he knows you like him. How about we all do what we want to do? If you want to double text, double text. If you want to wear that, wear that. If you want to tell him you like him, tell him you like him. How about that? How about everyone does what they want to do, and if you get heartbroken, you will cry, and if it works out, it works out. Everyone do what they want to do.
Listen, I am there with Sharon. I am absolutely there. It's like doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. Sister, what do we do, okay? That is what we're discussing today right here on Your World on Relationship Tuesday. And that is, has love changed, or we as a people have changed? And then we're trying to understand what are the new rules as far as dating is concerned. Because if you think about dating in like 10, 15 years ago, there was some sort of structure. But now it's like show interest, but don't show too much interest because, again, you're desperate. If they don't text you first, you don't text. Like, what is happening? I am confused. I am exhausted with all these rules that are there as far as dating is concerned. But hey, I am not the expert. The experts are here. But before you meet them, let's see, what are we asking today? The question of the day. Let me get it so that I do not read my own things, okay? So the question goes, what is the question? Okay, so every generation has its own dating rules. So what is that one rule you live by when it comes to love and relationships? And we're asking you why, okay? So every generation has its own dating rules. So what is that one rule you live by when it comes to dating and relationships, and why? So two parts to that question. One rule that you live by, and tell us why. At NTV Kenya, across all board on our digital platforms, is how you can reach us or make use of our WhatsApp number and let us know what is that one rule. Or if you are as confused and exhausted as me, as far as these new rules are concerned, please let us know so that I know I'm not alone, okay, in this whole space. But hey, let me introduce my guest this morning, and I'm just going to start on my immediate right. But I feel you're too far. It's like,
I know, we're so
what?
far.
Right? We have Miriam Wangi, who is a counseling psychologist as well as a relationship coach. Good to see you.
Good to be
I
seen.
love the different colors.
Thank you
look
very much.
amazing.
Thank
yeah,
you.
and you know what I told you? You're going to leave. When did I know she knows.
Do you?
She knows. For the next video, we have students of philosophy. Hey. Philosopher. You're a student of philosophy. Professor Dr. Theophilus Chado, good to see you.
Good to
How
see
are you
you.
doing? You look very sharp today.
I decided to hibernate a little bit. You know, whenever you see me in this kind of attire, you need to know I didn't have anything to wear. So.
Yeah. Hey, you look very sharp today.
Thank you.
You do.
Very
You
much.
look
Should happen every
amazing.
day.
Seriously,
Okay.
right? And then next to Dr. Theophilus, we have huyu sasa tutamwita nani? Because every single day akona new titles. Tulianza na MC Moz. Tukakuja DJ MC Moz.
Hiyo mlinipe.
Si ndio? Sasa sahi mheshimiwa. DJ Moz, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good.
Umepotea.
It's been a minute since a campaign.
Umekuwa wapi wewe? Hebu tuambie kwanza unataka kusimama wapi na unafanya nini to convince. Haya, kamera yako in 2 seconds ndio hii kabla tuanze.
Hi guys, my name is MC Moz.
Yes.
I'm a junior siasa, Moses Jura Kochare. MCA aspirant,
yes.
Njiru Ward.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
We must change our society.
Mumesikia. Sasa mkwe kine, everything anasema kwa isho leo.
Mimi mtu wa ground.
Yeah. But it's so good to see you after such a long time. Such a long time. Sasa, are you guys confused? Are you exhausted? Mko wapi based on what we've seen from that video? MC Mozo chatwaze na wewe umepotea sana. Looking at that video, text, but don't be the first one to text. Show interest, but don't show too much interest. It's uko wapi?
Watu wamechoka. Na ukweli. Watu wamechoka because I believe energy inafaa kuwa reciprocated back. Yeah. I'm not okay, kuna kwa gani mentality ya men chase. But vitu zimekuja kuchange. Pia kuna men kidogo pia wanataka kuchesiwa. Ama nionyeshe unataka kuchesiwa. Nionyeshe.
It's like nitupie kama hindi.
Kama hindi alafu mimi.
Alafu wacha mimi nitafute.
Wacha mimi sasa nishughulike. Because if I'm the one always texting, itafika place ni feel probably I'm giving too much na si receive back.
Okay.
Si hata for a day pia wewe uko tu kwanza kuniambia good morning. Una get? Yeah. It's not a competition, but it's just a matter of make me also feel wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like that. Prof, and just based on what he said, it's not supposed to feel like a competition, but the reality is it does feel like a competition. It is a competition.
Actually, it actually is a competition.
Okay.
Even though it shouldn't be a competition, really. Because at any rate, both men and women have need for a relationship. It's not just the men who want to relate to women. Women also want to relate to the men. So there's no reason why a woman shouldn't make the first shot. If say you feel like, Doc, I've seen you, your behavioral traits, your intellectual exhibits kind of indicate that we have certain principles on which we unite. Can we have a closer relationship? I mean, from where I sit, in as far as I also believe that there are certain fundamentals of society which should be maintained. I think we should be realistic to the fact that life changes and people change with life. So there are certain things which we should not cling to tenaciously, even when they have been overtaken by time and events. So.
I see that, but and we'll come back and really understand. So then, what does that space look like, and who holds that space? Because just recently, like 2 or 3 days ago, I was discussing this with a friend of mine, and he told me, I mean, there are some chicks who have come to me and say, hey, and then what he said is, that is very repulsive to me as a man, because I will not treasure that. I will not treasure what I have not hunted. So I was confused. I was like, what do you mean? Because then if we sit and wait to be hunted, the hunters nikama, it's not happening. Hunters wameshiba. So Miriam, I just also want to hear your perspective on where are you at from Sharon's video.
I think one thing I want to start by saying is that myself, I got exhausted a long time ago.
A long time ago.
And I just decided anyway, we'll talk about the rules we're following ourselves later. But anyway, I got exhausted a long time ago. I think the most exhausting stage in relationships is the talking stage. Because like you're hearing all these rules. Now your friend is saying he gets repulsed because he wants to hunt. There's someone else who will say, lean back. If you're too in, then you're giving too much too soon. So it gets so messy, and I think it's in the talking stage. I wouldn't say it's in the dating. And like I said the last show we were here, what has made all this so difficult is because our intentions have changed.
Ooh, okay.
The intentions of why we're getting into a relationship, where we're even in this talking stage, where we're doing things, have changed so much to a point where it looks like it's love that has changed.
But
love hasn't changed and will never change. It's a constant thing. It's the reasons behind it. You know, even as you're getting into a relationship, you're asking yourself, how do I want to be seen? You know, what do I want to receive from this relationship? So in that case, how do I show up, right? How do I show up? You will see very many videos where women are being told, if you want to get a high-class value man, then you have to behave a particular way.
Be in certain spaces.
Have certain hair, dress a certain way, talk a certain way. In fact, don't hunch your back. Like, there's so many things. By the time you're done with those things, you get into the house and you're like, I feel like a lorry ran over me. Like, you're exhausted because you have been everything else but yourself. Everything else but yourself. So I wouldn't say that love has changed. It's the society that has changed. And as the society has changed, so have our intentions. And if our intentions have changed, then hence the rule change. Everything else has changed.
And I think, just to my 2 cents, to what Miriam is saying, there's an aspect of you're living a social media life, love a better word. So when this man or this woman finds you, now the real you comes out.
Shida.
Now that's where the problem comes.
Kizungu inaenda, nywele inarudi ile yangu.
Sasa wewe ulikuwa sasa umeanza kumwambia brother unadai. Anabaki like, but I thought Winnie was where is the Winnie baby girl? Unajua? Now we are the Winnie gangster.
Which animal is this in my house?
Ulikuwa ukikuja, unachukua socks zake, unaweka poa. Sasa umekuwa kwa nyumba, you are like, unaweka hapa nani ya kuchukulia? So things zinaanza kuchange. Tulikuwa tukiingia hoteli unatumia fork, unajua. Sasa tumeingia umeanza kuosha mkono tena mambo gani? So probably this person pursued you more because of how you structured, how you presented yourself to them. So when now tunakuwa na mentality ya nikisha kupata, si nimekupata. So people go back to factory reset. And if you notice right now, there's a lot of divorce from people we couldn't imagine they can divorce.
True.
Leo umeenda harusi rafiki yako after 6 months wamwambia habi ama wife ako aje anakuuliza nani. Leo tuliachana 3 months ago ndio like na anakwambia like it's a normal thing. Actually ni achievement that tume divorce.
No, sasa ukisikia mtu amekaa 5 years you're like 5. You know.
Hiyo inafaa kutupatia motisha ya this is a lifetime thing. But siku hizi after miaka 3 mtu anakuambia na mmejaribu.
It's like we're surprised when people say I have been in marriage for after 15 or 20 because we used to hear 30.
And it's just because the way Miriam was saying that tumechange vitu kwa aspect ya love, thinking that love imechange. Love ni constant iko pale. But now the method that we are using to get into this thing called love ndio imechange na ndio ina mess watu
of everything. But Prof, do you feel, because they always say the only constant thing is change, okay? And sometimes change is necessary. But this change that we're experiencing now, and especially as far as the rules are concerned, because kitambo, it was very given and open that it's the men who are doing the chasing. But now, like MC Bold said, kuna wale wanataka wachesiwe sahi, mpeleke flowers, mfungulie gari and whatnot. So this change, can we talk about how necessary or unnecessary it is, especially when we're looking at the concept of dating and even just understanding talking stage, first of all, in itself, and just love as a whole?
I think it's necessary for us to understand what I've always been saying in this show, that the only permanent thing in the universe is change.
It's change, yes.
And we need to be alive to the fact that our lives are evolving.
Yes.
Sometimes even without our notice. Sometimes we don't even initiate the evolution. Okay? The evolution takes its own life. If we stand against that evolution, if we stand on the way of that evolution, we are like a person building a wall in the river.
Okay.
And a very serious river which has raging waters. At some point, you will not have the wall.
Okay.
The river will break that wall.
Yeah.
And that makes a number of people be anachronistic. Okay? They find that they have been overtaken by time.
Yeah.
They are trying to chase what has overtaken them. And they find themselves fizzling out. They just can't catch it. So we have to accept that traditionally, yes, men have been the hunters. And they would want still to hunt. Okay? But today, we must be open to the fact that, as I had said earlier, both men and women need a relationship. And there is nothing wrong in a woman approaching a man and saying, I think we can stay together. As Miriam said, I think the most important thing is let your, what do we call this? Put everything on the table.
Okay.
Okay? Put everything on the table. Let your expectations be known to each other. Because that is where problems come in. What he's talking about. That you know, so you have really tried. You've been married for 3 years. It's because you did not synchronize your intentions early. But I think change is necessary. From where I sit, change is necessary.
It's necessary.
Let nobody say, no, I mean, I feel I should be hunted, I should be the hunter. It never works like that.
It never works like that,
And one thing, very quickly, if men sometimes find themselves stressed because of relationships, it's because this hunting mentality has presented the men as the people who really want this relationship. It is them who go for it. So they have to do everything in order to get it. They have to pay, they have to do what? You see, it is you who need it. But if we knew that both of us need it, then we would have a common ground. This one comes this way, this one also comes this way, and we get a meeting ground.
You know what? Because we, social media, we see these things where women are told, you're the prize, okay? So you sit, okay? Don't chase, don't even try. And there was someone who was saying, and the relationship coaches, they were telling the women, don't even join the dating sites. Don't do it. No. Don't at least you go to a bar or to a restaurant and sit and wait for someone to... Don't do it. That is not your job. Your job is to be found.
Wapi?
Good question. I was like, hey.
Where?
So, and then we're told, usikae kwa nyumba, ukikaa kwa nyumba, utapatikana. So I am just like, so what do we do? Do we go out? Do we not? Do we say, you know, and all those things. So when Prof is talking about change is necessary, but to what extent is it necessary that, and we allow it to happen, but again, to what extent that it does not dilute the fundamentals of dating, relationships, and even our approach to love and nature versus nurture, okay, and even our different cultures. Like, to what extent do we say, okay, kufikia hapa,
I think, like Prof said, change is inevitable because even you as a person, you're changing every single
day.
The person that you were last year and the beliefs, some of the beliefs you had last year have changed. Of course, we have core beliefs and a core foundation of who we are. But you find yourself changing. There's a time maybe you would say, I would never be caught dead in a dating app. But then now you're realizing
that's the...
If I'm at work all the time, the only time I do anything outside of work is when I go to church, and there I go for 1 hour, 2 hours, and I leave, and I can't find anybody. What do I do? So the tides of the time make you change who you are, and you quickly find yourself in an app. And there are people who have found love in an app. Now, as much as your friend is saying he's the hunter, in an app, before he meets this person, someone has to swipe right. So the woman has also taken action. to be found. She had to swipe you right for you guys to be a match.
Joined the dating app.
And then swiped for you guys to become a match.
Yeah.
You know. But I want to say this. I think the most important thing is I've come to realize the flow of life is very natural.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And by what I mean is this. Your natural self, your true self, will always guide you in what you're supposed to do in any particular situation.
Okay.
I used to be one of those chicks, those people who used to follow those dating apps, those dating aunties in online. Then they are telling you, Apana, relax, you're the prize.
Yes.
Then they tell you, move. So you're wondering, do I go forward? Do I stay back? You know? Yeah. And it becomes so, actually you can lose a relationship. I remember at that particular time when I used to listen to them, I was in a relationship, and he just told me, I don't know what you're listening to or what you're doing, but something is wrong. Like you're feeling very removed, you're feeling very not available in the relationship. And me that time, I'm listening to those things of lean back.
Yes.
Don't
let him do the work.
Let him do the work. Don't communicate until you
communicated.
Yes. Wait for 2 days. And you almost lose a relationship because of that. But I've come to since realize that when you're just yourself and let the flow of life happen, you will actually know the right time to communicate. You will actually know when is the right time to just give this person space. You just let it flow naturally. Okay. And that's what we're not doing right now. Everything has become so superficial.
Yes.
And yet, even when you feel from your intuition that this is the right thing to do, you find yourself not doing it because the superficial looks more attractive and more truthful.
Yes. Yes. Listen, there's a book called Attached, and I don't know if you guys have read that book. I have read it, and I have passed it on to all my friends. I'm like, all of you read this book because it's
I just got it.
Oh yeah,
I just got it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's several nuggets to that book that I'm just like, okay. Okay, and it's all about the attachment styles, which I think we've discussed here, for a very long time, and they're discussing how the anxious, for example, would perceive a secure person and be like, this is a threat. Okay, the avoidant the same, and they were saying most of the time it's actually the avoidant and the anxious who end up together majority of the times, because this one is like, I want you, but I do not want you, ukuje sana. And then the actress is like, I want you, but I want you. And so the more this one is trying to chase, the more this one is trying to. It's an interesting book. Please read. So one of the things that I got from that book is, and I remember just highlighting it, what they were saying is, and I think most of you have said, is like, if you do not show interest, how then do you expect this other person to know that you sort of like are available? But then again, don't do it in a way that you seem anxious or you seem avoidant. And I'm just like,
Unajua?
I think so.
Yeah?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I think some of those rules are themselves superficial.
Okay.
Because they make people suffer quite a bit. This is something that you feel naturally as a human being.
Yes.
You feel that you need to be in relationship with somebody else. But the society tells you, no, it's not right for you to be in a relationship in this manner. By the time you are ready now to move, that person whom you are you wanted to move towards, you wanted to get close to, and you are holding back because of what the society expects of you, has already moved and you've lost the way she has. So some people suffer what they should not have suffered because they are listening to certain rules of society, certain social etiquette on how this approach should go. I mean, where I sit, from where I sit, I could be wrong. People might disagree with me, but I think that is not right.
Okay.
I think that is a change that should. I mean, we should embrace it.
We should embrace it.
Yeah.
If your interest is just show interest.
Exactly.
Without
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, but did you was good.
One of the funny things is that if I text you and you respond, what does that show me as a person?
Reciprocity,
Yeah.
We're interested
But
in this
also-
conversation.
Also, Mzimos is at what una respond sangapi?
No, wacha kwanza sangapi. Wacha
Okay,
kwanza
the fact
sangapi.
that you've responded.
The fact that you've
Okay.
responded.
Okay.
You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
Kuna ile ya ta kuna hiyo.
Yeah.
Na kuna ile ya Winnie yako job. At the end of the day tutaongea saa saba ama jioni.
Okay.
There is that part.
Yeah.
Na kuna ile ya pia mtu ako mtana unajua tu ako mtaa lakini hata umeona
anaangalia tu hivi
hapa
anakwambia
kidogo, alafu ameblutika akupdate status kuna hiyo
Ni utoto.
Thank you.
and then this person and it happens ni funny mimi naongea tu kwa ground venye mambo iko
Yeah.
you are pursuing this person each and every time messages good morning good afternoon
Yeah.
unakani kama wewe ni mtu wa kwaya unajua so at the end of the day
Yeah.
when now you as a person you start backing off this other person again
Start
now they are
showing
showing interest why there's something they are lacking that attention
Yes.
that you're giving them on a daily
Yes,
basis
yes.
na walikuwa naona wacha nimwonyeshe mimi kuna kwagana ya hard to get so wewe ukidecide Winnie amenisumbua sana Miriam ni aje mimi niko hapa mtu yangu so Miriam is showing me attention what happens to you
I will natural.
una get
Yeah.
na switch off
Yeah.
Na
And then
rudi
Sister
kwa
B
Miriam.
start
Sasa
following you.
wewe ndo siku hizi
Unaanza
umenyamaza
kupursue.
na wanaanzanga vifani siku hizi umenyamaza umenitupa sijui nini and I'm like kai woi nilisharuka
I tried.
so what happens is most of the time
Yeah.
we want to get into relationships na expectations za social media expectations za our friends
Yeah.
because my question is your friend says yeye akifuatwa kidogo inakaa funny like hakufanyia kazi
Yeah.
it's good it's
That's
very
him.
fine
Yeah.
that's him
Okay.
but now can I tell you the flip side of it is utapata yeye mali anakaga hivi peke yake anatamani kufuatwa mbaya everyone trust you me
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
feels sweet when they are
Yeah.
chased
It's true.
100%.
Yeah. Whether you're a man or a woman.
it doesn't matter
It does
the
not
gender
matter. Yes.
bora mtu mdem kama wewe ni mwanaume amekuonyesha niko idhaa
Yeah.
ai Winnie nakwambia unaweza nunua dunia mzima ni pesa tu hauna because everyone wants to feel wanted
Yes.
Yes.
everyone mtu
Yeah.
asikudanganye ati mimi akinifuata na feel some type away
Yeah.
it's okay ata
Yeah.
feel some type away juu ni wewe anakuambia
Yeah.
but kwa ground you get
What do they
so
feel?
kuna hiyo mentality ya wewe nionyeshe tuko kwa hii story pamoja
Okay.
and nowadays I tell people kama hauko say it from the get go
Yep.
don't take me down this road and then if Kemalo niambie
Yeah.
I don't think this can work out
Na sasa umesha invest your
my
feelings,
friend,
your emotions,
your emotions, your time
Yes.
una get
Yeah.
because hii part ya kwanza there is always nothing like the money factor ikiingililia hii talking stage that's another problem
Okay.
hii talking stage wacha nijue Winnie anapenda nini wacha nijue who is Winnie that's why inaitwa talking stage
But Dr. Squeezy, and I remember I have asked this question again here on the show. Do we even have that thing called talking stage right now? Because you start talking with someone today. Tomorrow, say you're going on a date, and even at between today and tomorrow, something has happened. Okay,
because tunakimbiza life
and that's my question.
tunataka
Is like,
roles za couples
Where
wife
will
husband
things? Yes.
kwa talking stage again darudi back to social media
Yeah.
kwa sababu gani profile niambia mimi Miriam Jo it went down unaona the second date so what do I want that with Winnie the second date
yeah. And if Winnie resists,
Winnie
it's like,
resists.
what is wrong with you? Everybody's
What's the
doing
problem?
it. What is
Yeah.
the problem?
yeah.
Yes.
So mtu anakuulizaga ni kwani unipendi and that question messes people because now when I ask you that question I've messed up with your emotions so you'll want to prove to me that you love me so what happens we'll end up messing up
And it's the second date.
it's the second date and then after we've already messed up that's the end of us but then many of them they never go beyond that because whatever I wanted nimeipata
Umepata.
Yeah.
The challenge is
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Again, another issue of, related to what you're saying is responsibilities which come immediately at the talking stage.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I get to know your name. I'm called Winnie Lubembe. My landlord just sent me a message.
gasi yangu imeisha
Gasi yangu imeisha. Kulikuwa na chama hapa ambao hata sijalipa, sasa sijui nitafanya. You see,
Yeah.
they change the rules.
Yeah.
The responsibilities start getting
Zinaingia.
in. Yeah, before you even know each other, before you even know where you are going.
you're providing
Yes.
But then,
Yes.
so this social media aunties, they tell you, okay, test him. Just test him and see. if depending on how they respond, you would know whether if this is someone who is really interested, if they're serious, ama tu wanataka kukuwestia time. So drop tu hapo, useme hata simu yangu imeharibika, hata sina simu, and then wait to hear what they say.
Yeah.
I was like,
And then they're married. They're telling you that
they are very much married.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would that be the way to test?
Actually, that's what they say.
Then that
Their test is always
that
on
would
money.
beg the question. What is the intention for that? Again, I go back to intention. What is the intention of that relationship? Because if you're looking for a money fund, then go ahead and ask that. But honestly, on a second date and you're already thirsty for what you can get from this person, or that's the test of what this person is like.
Are they able to provide for you when you get into the relationship?
But let's even talk. Like you have said, you've already been taken on a date. Right? This guy has already, let's just say now it's a man who's taking you, because even a woman can take a man on a date. This guy has already shown the initiative of taking you on a date. He's taking you to a nice place. He's not demanded that you split the bill 50-50. He's paid for you. Isn't that already reason enough to see that he's taken the initiative? He's paid for the bill. He's taken care of me in this particular date. So now I go ahead and test him and tell him the phone is broken. Your phone has been functioning perfectly fine before he came.
Until he appeared.
What's the point? Now all of a sudden, because he's appeared, it's not functioning. Those are the things that are complicating talking stages, because as far as I'm concerned, even as you're going on the first date, it's still talking stage. Second date is still talking stage. Because it's through the talking that you're getting to assess and analyze if you're going to get into a relationship with this person. What people have done is divert talking stage to relationships. Because you're doing relationship things in the talking stage. Where by the second date, you guys have already test driven each other in different ways. That has stopped being talking stage. In fact, there'll be no more talking happening after that. It will just be action mode, because the minute you ingisha the minute you bring in oxytocin into a relationship, talking goes. What is oxytocin? It's a bonding hormone through body communication. The touch, the very deep hugs and the very deep kisses. You're already releasing oxytocin, and you're doing that by the second date. So trust you me, the next time you meet, you'll actually feel like you have bonded, but it's just the hormone talking. Because what makes people bond, as far as I'm concerned, are the conversations. That's why talking stage is so important, because the conversation help you build emotional intimacy, which leads to friendship. Friendship within the relationship. Because the more you get to know, really the more we talk with you, the more I realize, we have common things. The more I'm like, she's such a beautiful soul because of the things you've said. And I'm like, I want to be bonded with her. I want to know her more because of all the things we're talking about and building the emotional intimacy. When oxytocin checks in, my friend, that's it. The only thing you're remembering is I want to kiss those lips again. You're seeing this person talking and you're like, stop talking. Let's do what we need to do.
That's a serious one. That is serious.
Let the lips do what they're supposed to be doing.
And not talking. Talking should not be.
The lips will be talking.
It wasn't like, hallelujah. But then, so even, and sticking with rules for a second, because now when you say that, Miriam, it makes me think, so that should we go back to the old traditional ways of dating, for example? Because again, we said those... Did we have talking stages? I'm not sure if we had talking stages, but those like...
The whole relationship was talking.
Until you got married. It's very, like, should we then go back? Should we go back to the 90-day rule, for example, okay? Should we go back to no kissing up until, you're dating? like when this person says, I want you to be my girlfriend or I want you to be my boyfriend, that is when now action starts. Like, do we go back or what do we do?
They used to call it chivalry.
Okay.
But it was there for a reason.
Okay.
You know, they would tell you, oh, you know, the guy, you know, you're just being chivalrous, you're just being, you know, we're taking time to know you, I'm being a perfect gentleman. You know, you've seen the movies, a guy would walk you to the gate, there wouldn't be even a kiss on the... It actually did have its value. It did have its place, and it's exactly because of what I'm saying. You are not diluting the fact that you're trying to get to know this person.
Okay.
The minute you introduce the physical aspect, and that's what I think we have done. We have rushed in so much into the physical aspect that people have overrated talking. I've seen couples, and I've journeyed with a few who have waited until marriage.
Okay.
And some people might call it extreme, where you find that all they do is hold hands, and in fact, the first kiss was at the altar. I know such a couple. But what these people have, and it's not that I'm selling it or anything, but what these people have is the power of friendship through conversations. Through conversations.
Okay.
All they had in that relationship were conversations. So guess what? You have to work on your communication game.
Yeah.
It has to be A plus, you know, because that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
So they know each other's nuances. They know when someone's voice change. They know how to joke with one another. They know how to stimulate happiness
without
necessarily doing other things, you know, playing with one another, being creative on the dates, different dates. We're going for picnics, we are reading books, and we're discussing these books with each other. So they're not only stimulating the emotional, but they're stimulating the intellectual part of the relationship. So you find they have to be creative in that relationship to do other things. Now, by the time they get into, you know, having the intimacy, sexual intimacy, they've developed emotional intimacy. So it gets very easy for them to want to be with each other. So by the time they're releasing the oxytocin, they have moved.
Like they've covered ground.
They have covered ground.
Which is important.
They have covered ground. And those are the couples you'll hear someone saying, my spouse is my friend. My spouse is my friend.
Superficial.
It's not just the superficial. I know of a couple, as I wind up, that they rushed the relationship so fast, and the girl felt rushed. It's not what she was looking for, but like MC Mo said, she felt like, if I don't do this, I won't keep him. She really wanted to keep him. Like, he kept saying, let's, you know. And so she broke her own boundaries. Now, when they got married, they did everything else but penetration.
Okay.
When they got married and the deed was done and everything, one of the things the girl complained about, because they came for counseling very early after getting married, the girl felt like, that's it, he's lost interest in me. And they're married.
No.
And they're married. So what they did was, like I'm saying, they had physical intimacy without penetration. So the penetration is one that was done after marriage. And they got married fairly quickly. But her complaint was, he lost interest in me. And within the marriage, this is where you're hearing people saying, I'm lonely in the marriage. She's like, we don't talk anymore. And I asked her, so how was the talking before? Be honest with yourself. How was the talking before you got married? She's like, to be honest, actually, we didn't have anything in common, like in conversations before we got married. And I'm like, and you still agreed to get married? She's like, I thought we would get better. But most of the time when they would meet, it's the kissing, it's the touching, and she'd feel, oh, at least we're bonded, the chemistry is there. So she thought that would be enough until now you're in it.
And you can't get out.
And you can't get out, and you realize the chemistry is waning fast. It's no longer there, it's in shreds. And you're trying to hold on to it, but there's nothing else holding the two of you together.
That's a serious issue, and it's something that happens.
Yeah,
it happens quite often, really. Outside here, people find themselves lonely in marriages, and that is why sometimes it's not even a wonder that they have stayed for 3 years, and it looks like a very long time. I think also some of these manifestations of love and affection have been divested of their meaning. We have made them so casual. Intimacy has lost the meaning that it had before, to bring the two people together so that two minds become one. It's something that is done as a show. Like MC Moss had said. So it means you don't love me, you don't want to be intimate with me. So for you to just, act out that you love somebody, so it doesn't really mean something deep to you. And that's why it feels like things have changed. Yes, it's because we do not have the kind of that deep-seated meaning that we had of bringing people together, the bonding that is brought by that kind of intimacy. Intimacy is done or is got into as a show.
So then my question would be, yes, we have changed as a people and in turn changed the rules as far as dating and relationships and even just talking stage is concerned. Through this change, that would you feel we've become lazy? Do you feel we've become lazy? So and we literally have like a few minutes to go on a break. So can we go through some feedback and then go on a break, and then when we come back, then unpack that more, right? Okay.
I beg to differ.
All right. Okay. Let's see what you guys have to say. On the question of the day, and that is, we looked at generations, and different generations, had its own dating rules. But what is that one rule that you live by when it comes to love and relationships, and why? And I also want to hear from you guys as well. What is that one rule you live by? Okay, let's see what you guys have to say on our WhatsApp number. Okay, this one says, love will never change because it does not exist. Humanly. Love will never change because it does not exist humanly. It's only us, especially the woman, that changed the meaning of love. Ukisikia tutakula mapenzi. Money has crafted us to view love differently. Only God loves. Humans are evil with a dark heart. Talking stage are complicated by asking for things that are meant for things that are meant in a relationship, I think. Like wanting to invite a lady to your house for hidden agenda, like intercourse, which is way too much for a talking stage. And I think that is why ladies bombard their men with the gas imeisha, phone is broken, and my brother has been arrested. Oh, this is new. Okay. And this says, to be honest, men are the ones that rush the stages and not women. Okay. This one says, hello, your world. The show is lit. 5 emojis up that says, love, it's constant, but intentions, duos may change. Many ladies and gentlemen want to become husbands and wives in talking stage, and also do not want to take time and to know your person. And now, unaweza kupeana your problems on the talking stage, and hence the relationship ends. The second thing is that that is messing relationships is having high expectations, and most of the ladies now want the man to be everything, sort the bills, reason on your behalf, and above all, be your bank. It is messing relationships on the talking stage. I would say, just be you. Do not want what you cannot afford. Be easy on yourself and be ready to learn each other daily. Let's not compare your relationship with others. Begin somewhere for you to go far. Tune in from Joska Machakos. Thank you so much for watching. And then this one says, good morning, NTV. Love has changed. Nowadays, it's not how much one loves. It's how much you have in terms of money and wealth. Especially ladies nowadays are looking for money and not love. This is David Chalo from Wote Town, Makueni County. Thank you for tuning in. And then this one says, there is no manual on how a perfect relationship should be. Both women and men have been made to raise standards, and standards is quote unquote over nothing. Sadly enough, even some of our churches have these women conventions where the ministers mislead the young unmarried women on dating and how they are daughters of Zions and queens in their own right that shouldn't settle for less. They've even set a rule for the unmarried not to marry outside that particular denomination. Interesting. Okay. This one says, good morning. Good morning there. I am Nick here. Where will I sit? Don't worry. Anywhere. In front, apocando, it is okay. But they're still typing. Why shall we wait for them to finish? And then this one says, hi, I am Vivian. Love has changed. In my opinion, someone loved me because of my hair. But when I shave, there's nothing that is left to be held onto or holding onto. And then continues to say, also nowadays, when we have third eyes, we don't entertain red flags, and we're not submissive anymore. Men are cornered. Okay, when we have a third eye, okay. Rose Nafula from Kitengela, good morning. It's so good to have you, Rose. Karibu sana. Please find a seat anywhere. You can sit up on Bele, karibu na MC Moz, you know. Hapo kwa kanisa, you can sit hapo katikati. But keep sending in your views, your questions, and also your concerns as far as love and dating and the rules that have changed over time. And if you feel it has not changed, also let us know, okay? At NTV Kenya across all board on our digital platforms, as well as our WhatsApp number. Wacha tupumzike, wacha to breathe, because hey, it's a lot. And then when we come back, we'll unpack the question on, have we become lazy? And are there rules that should remain? It doesn't matter whether times have changed, whether we have changed as a people, are there rules that need to stay? Okay, we'll unpack all that and much more right here on Relationship Tuesday, so don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to the show. Of course, there's a whole show happening here, behind the scenes during the break, but it's so good to see if you're just joining us today. The conversation on Relationship Tuesday is about love, and we're asking, has love changed? Amani weed, sisi ndio tumechange as a people, and we're looking at the new rules when it comes to dating. But the question that we're asking you today is fine. We understand that different generations had their own dating rules, but what is that one rule, that one that you live by, and why? So 2 parts to that question. What is one rule that you live by? And the second part to that question is why? Hey, sasa Mohammed Musa anasema, stay single, kings. Okay? Stay away from marriage and relationship. That's a necessary, unpaid, and appreciated task of burden. Yani, stay single. Stay away from marriage and relationships because they are necessary, unpaid, and appreciated task of burden. Hey, hiya. Mlango TV Kenya on Facebook anasema no cheating. So that is one rule they live by, okay? And then Paul Chevrot anasema rules set by who? Dating ni bahati nasibu tu. Wow. And then Spatsa Alkalinks. Wait, anasema bro to bro, never date, no matter the situation nor the pressure. Don't date. Mumeambiwa hivyo, mabradhe.
Unajua kuna mtu hapo kando akiandika hivyo.
Kuna mtu hapo kando.
And then tunasema who can't be single.
Alafu Benjamin Wayodi anasema it's top secret. Hiyo haiwezi sema. This is your babe too. And then Jeff Muruki anasema it's all a debt you got to pay because it's hard work something. Okay. All right. But tuambieni tu kweli, what is that word rule? Okay. What is that word rule that you live by? All right. Let's see what you guys have to say on WhatsApp before we continue with the conversation and look at, have we become lazy as a people? Okay. But this one on WhatsApp says, love should come inside the heart, not in material things. We should note that. And a genuine love does not worry for tomorrow, but it works for tomorrow. This is what I mean. Love and the true love must invest in genuinism. And this is David Chalo from Wote Town, Makueni County. All right. And then this one says, love considers many things: age, money, culture, heritage. And God is good. He gave us the urge to live as many as you can. But again, he gave us control to discern who and what to live, where, and when. This is OJ. Thank you, OJ. Then this one says, let me tell you. nimeamini love can change. Kitu tunapitia kwa kinandoa nao, acha tu. Kumbe mtu akipata mimba, mapenzi huisha, as in no intimacy, unafuriwa for nothing. Ebu nisaidieni. Au my man is cheating on me. Okay, that's the question. Miriam, go.
Ati what?
Amesema ukipata mimba imebadilisha maneno. It's like nisaidieni, what do I do?
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I mean, that one has very many variables to it. I mean, it depends with what the relationship was. It depends on the circumstances. Did she get married because she was pregnant? Because if that's the case, then the man is holding some resentment, some grudge. Like, you're in my house because of this thing. You know, does he still find her attractive? Is he scared of injuring her? Maybe, you know, with intimacy, sexual intimacy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things. And I think for them, what I would encourage is for them to have an open conversation, communication, not where she's accusing him of hata squeezy unipendi, but it's like, hey babe, I feel we've disconnected. Can we talk about it? What's going on your side? How are you feeling? This is how I feel. I feel you don't talk to me the way we used to talk. We're not even sexually intimate. What can we do? And also the question I'll ask, and very many women, we fall short of this. Is she trying to initiate? Is she trying to initiate sex? Sometimes a man will get tired of always being the one who's initiating. Even like MC Moore said, even men want to feel wanted. Is she trying to initiate the sex? If you want it, don't play those rules in the marriage.
The aunties
it's the man who comes and gets it. No, even you get it. It's yours.
Yes.
You know, demand for it. You know, so. There could be a lot going on there.
But find out. Just have a conversation instead of filling your head with all this.
Have a conversation. Maybe even the guy is stressed. There's a baby coming on the way, and he's looking at his financial situation and realizing, ataza hosisina. Right now, hospitals are so expensive. The baby comes with an expense. Maybe anafil hajajipanga. Is it too soon? Had they talked about that pregnancy? Or manile tu imeponyoka imekam, and they weren't ready. And maybe they had talked about after getting married, we'll say like 3 years before we get pregnant, and now the pregnancy has come 6 months after. So there's a lot of variables, and the only way she'll know and deal with those variables is through open communication with an open heart, no judgments. You see, because already I can tell there's some judgments that have come in, like, Ama, he's cheating on me. So those are the things she's thinking. Now, if you're going to approach that conversation with a poison mind, then it's not going to be an open conversation. It's going to be defensive. Nani anarusha mishale further than the other one. So it's not going to be about the relationship, but about who's winning the argument.
That's really good advice. So that it's very easy to start create scenarios in your head. Without necessarily.
And for us women, we are talented and very gifted in that.
So. Yes.
False information appearing real.
And we believe it now.
And we believe it.
Okay. So again, the change that we've talked about, and again, the traditions and the cultures and who we are in terms of the different genders. But have we become lazy, MC Moles, when it comes to dating now, and even just the approach and the thought about dating and love and what commitment looks like in this day and age?
Actually, we are not lazy, we're just tired.
I like that.
You know, there's a difference between being lazy
and being tired. Okay.
We are. I believe most of the men and women are not lazy. They are tired because of how the chain goes and how there's a structure that needs to be followed. Now, number one, as we were saying, kila mtu anataka kufeel anatakwa, kila mtu anataka kufeel anabelong. So here I am with Winnie. Winnie shows no interest. Winnie yako tu. Na nisipofanya, Winnie anateta. If I don't call, you start complaining. And then the complaints will be like, for that woman, who was I with?
Kama unipigi, unapigia nani?
Unaget. Na labda tu mimi nimefeel, nimekupigia sana, si hata wewe
unipigie.
So nikaamua, wacha nisikupigie nione. So ile time nakupigia, tena inakuwa ni kesi, mbona sikupiga venye muupiga. So there's a pattern umenizoea nayo. So if I don't do that, it becomes an issue. Yet, you as my partner, ama as someone I'm pursuing, you're not showing me that una appreciate me communicating to you.
And we're in this together in terms of like pursuing
you
what
you
could
get,
be.
Because I told you from the get-go, I'm interested in you. You get?
Yeah.
Then now instead, and you are like, okay, let's
see where this goes.
I'm sorry to say, but I really hate that statement. Yeah, let's see where this goes. And then unauliza mtu, what are your expectation? Nothing. Kwa nini? Acha tu tuone venye itakuwa. On a serious note, hapo ndio mali issues zitaanzia. Because someone will ask you, mimi nilikubali kukua manzi yako ama nilikubali kukua chali yako, what will you do? So people are tired of this back and forth. Okay. People are tired of you making me feel like I'm your father, you making me feel like nilikuja kusort issues zako za finances, because hiyo ndio inakuwa issue kubwa sana. The way we've said, sasa aki niko kwa salon, nilikuwa natengenezwa kucha na niko na thao, nail tech ameniambia ni 15. Amko hivi conversation
before anze kukutengeza.
Katikati ya kukutengeza ndo akakwambia price ukashtuka. You get? Tumeanza kuongea jana, 1 week down the line, ndio gasi yako ikaamua mimi naisha leo.
Imeisha tu leo. Yeah.
Tumeanza tu kuongea ndio suddenly landlord anakumbuka wewe hujalipa rent mwezi 2.
Yeah.
Tumeanza kuongea leo ndio brother yako ameamua leo najipeleka police station nikashikwe. Because if you notice there is a trend of these excuses that women give.
Yeah.
Inakuwa either ni salon, either ni gas, either ni simu yangu iko na issue, either sijalipa rent.
Okay.
So as a man, I've been into 4 relationships with that kind of a trend.
Lakini si supposed to be both men and women have changed.
They have changed. That is very true. Pia kuna wanaume wale yes, sasa pia in lack of a better word, kuna tuka upuzi yako nako kaa awacha Winnie atie bidii pia yeye.
Kuna options.
You get. So you have Miriam, you have Winnie, you have so and so, you have so and so.
Yeah.
But now, what if we sit down and agree, you know what? I love texting. And Winnie is like, I love calling. So what do we do? Can you be calling? I can be texting. Your time uko job naweza kutext. Ukimaliza job you can call me. And then if I call you, will I die?
Yeah.
I won't die.
You won't. You won't. Okay.
If you text me, will you die?
Or maybe vile tulisema before we went on a break, oh, we are testing. Tuone.
No, like wacha to agree. Tumechoka. So sisi ni watu wakubwa and time is going. Let us sit down and agree. Like personally, me I'm more of a texter.
Okay.
Mimi kama Moz, I'm more of a texter.
Yeah.
So if I get a lady who is not a texter and they love calling, what's the issue with them calling?
Yeah. Or even just tell you, I like it when you call me.
Okay. I'll call.
Okay.
Na mimi nikwambie, mu ujiexpress poa sana kwa text. Haitakuuma. Yes, na understand kuna watu wanasemanga, mimi akikushinda nime text. Si tuongee tu kwa simu.
Tumalizane. Okay.
At least understand your actually imekuja kwa ile aspect ya understand the communication patterns of your partner. Itafanya vitu mingi zifanye. So we are just tired.
We're exhausted. Go ahead, Prof.
Insofar as I agree with MC Moz that we are tired, I think there's also an element of laziness that is here. Because you would find that there are certain people who are willing to take but are not willing to give. Okay.
Most of them.
Yes, they want to receive, give me this, but the effort going the other side is very little. If they are asked, what of you? I mean, what are you? But you are supposed to do this. You are supposed to do this. While actually it takes two to tango.
It does.
And this I don't say only happens from women to men, but you would also find men who would not want to give. They would only want to receive. Yes. You see that? This kind of laziness, I think, makes the rules of the game kind of change and change very badly. We need to then introspect also and say, what do I expect in this kind of thing? What is the end game? What do I want? Okay. I had said in this very forum quite some time ago that love is that consistent commitment to bring out the best in each other, in the loved one. So that love is towards that person. At some point I was thinking that love and justice would have a similar definition. No, they are not, because there is the love of self, you can love yourself. It's only justice which has a different kind. But mostly for love to be expressed, it is expressed towards the other. Okay? So you would not demand that, you know, express it to me, just express it to me because I love you. If I love you, I express it to you. You see that?
Okay.
But the issue of, do you love me, then do it to me.
You do it. Okay.
That one is lopsided.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that. Miriam, you said, I have a very different opinion.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
I don't think we've become lazy.
Okay.
On the contrary, I think love has been put on wheels, love on steroids.
Okay.
For me, actually, that's what I would call it, love on steroids.
Okay.
Everything, we want everything faster, louder, greater, like bang, 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 come in, talking stage. Today, we've talked on the phone, tuliongea ukiniuliza my name. Aya, sasa tuhame kwa talking stage, tuende kwa stage ingine. We don't even know what's in between. Dating, like we've just made everything so fast. Now, what that does is you amplify the feeling of love and weaken the discipline of love.
Ooh, wait, say that again. You amplify?
You amplify the feeling of love as you weaken the discipline of love. Because love is disciplined.
It is. Yeah.
Right? That's why we have the good book saying love is patient, love is kind. And it's just, it's not...
where laziness comes in.
No, let me tell you. Wait, let me finish.
Yes.
It's not about laziness. Let me tell you. When you meet with someone, let me tell you why love should be disciplined. Because you've met someone to talk, and that's why talking stage has become so confused. Because you want the privileges of a relationship in talking stage. What is that? That's love on steroids. You want to rush things. You've not taken the time to understand this person. You've not taken the time to understand what your communication skills are. Like DJ Moss said, you've not taken the time to even understand the expectations, even within yourself.
Yes.
What am I looking for in this relationship? What am I looking for in this man? Right? But then you already want the privileges. You want the privileges that come from that relationship without taking time to cultivate the discipline that will sustain the love, that will sustain the relationship. Because without discipline, you can't sustain a relationship. Discipline with yourself and discipline with the whole relationship. That's why you find watu wamechoka because kuna ule anafanya kazi mingi sana. Your
one person is pouring out,
you're being called, but you don't have the discipline to say, I care enough about this person to either continue with the relationship with the standards that the relationship need, or to walk out of the relationship because I have felt it's not what I want or need right now. So you don't have that discipline or decency to do any of that. That's why for me, I feel we're not lazy. We've just morphed into something else. We just want things to happen faster
than ideally.
Faster, everything faster. We're the microwave generation. Like, you know, TikTok has made us feel like, you know, dopamine. We want dopamine everywhere.
Yeah.
So are you saying we have become rather impatient?
Yes.
Then...
Yeah, if we have become impatient, we want quick results very fast without following the procedure, then that is simply because we are too lazy to follow the procedure. We want quick fixes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so...
Wisdom. When you sit close to me, you gain wisdom.
So we are lazy to follow procedure.
We're lazy to follow procedure and want to taste.
Yeah, but love has not become lazy.
No, love is constant. Love is there. Only us, the pattern of getting into that love is where now the problem is.
The problem
we don't have the patience to cultivate
the discipline that is required.
So then are we saying there is a specific path that love, we as a people should follow? Then what is it? Because we've changed as a people, the rules have changed. So what is left in terms of the path that,
number one,
that we should follow?
You can't connect to someone you're not communicating to.
Okay.
You can't.
Yes.
You can't.
You have to communicate.
If Winnie, I'm seeing you on TV, we can't connect. Until the moment now we are one-on-one, talking, texting, calling. there's always something that happens in communication. You create a bond unknowingly. To an extent, if you don't talk to this person, you feel some type of way. Not like you want to date them, even just your friend. If you don't talk for some time, you'll be like, hey, and how is Miriam? But then let me call Miriam. Because there was that connection. So that is number one, the foundation of it.
Okay.
And that is where most of us tunalenga hiyo story ya kuchoka kuongea. Unasikia watu wanasema tunaongeanga tunaambiana. Why?
Kwa nini tunaongea for too long?
Reason hivyo, it's because wewe mwenyewe hauna expectations na hii kitu uko ndani. Because if I have expectations of you becoming my wife, we will talk, and our conversation, most of them itakuwa ina rally towards the future.
Okay.
Unaona?
So then, sticking with communication, because a lot of the times we would then say communication, it is important, it's basic, it's basic, fundamental as far as love and relationship is concerned. But then can we talk about the frequency and even the quality of communication? Because what ukisema tunaongeanga sasa tunaambiani, it's because maybe the quality is terrible.
Exactly.
of communication.
Correct. You do not have a common mind. You see, for two people to walk to the same direction, to walk together, they have to be facing the same direction.
True.
The issue is you do not have the same end in common.
Okay.
Someone has an end of enjoyment, another one has an end of stability.
Okay.
If you find yourselves not communicating, then you are operating on parallel lines.
Okay.
If both of you have the end of pleasure, you will be communicating about pleasurable things.
That's the only thing.
True.
If both of you have the end of stability, you will be talking about where will we be 5 years from now. The communication will be very tight and cordial and mutual.
Towards a particular goal.
Exactly.
So then, when do you bring up that? Because TikTok aunties have told us, and even we've discussed this here on this forum, and said, if you bring that sort of like question, where are we headed, what are you looking for, what not too soon, this person runs away. If you delay it, then you're already in trouble. So at what point then do we bring out certain conversations, certain questions, certain, maybe like understanding of one another, so that we know, okay, who you, I don't see a future, who you, I have a future, then let's put in more investment. Still on communication.
Let me just start by saying this, first of all. Communication is an art, and it's cultivated.
Yes.
You don't just hit good communication instantly. And like Prof has said, if the intentions are heading to one direction, then you will cultivate a good communication as you get to know each other. Because I only get to know how Winnie communicates if I'm interested in her genuinely, and I'm there for the long haul. So I want to understand how you communicate, so that I know if I do this, I'll step on your toes. I just wanted by saying that communication is cultivated.
Okay.
Secondly, for me, I am of the opinion that if you know what your intentions for dating are, I can't emphasize that more. You need to know what your intentions are. If your intentions are for a life partner or for a long-term commitment, and you know that, and you're genuinely truthful with yourself, I am of the opinion that by the second date, you should be asking, not what are we? See, because that one is a bit...
where are we headed?
The Lulu. I think what you need to ask by the second date, if your intention is for serious commitment, is what are you looking for?
Okay.
What are you looking for? Because you know what you're looking for. And by the time you've agreed to go for a second date with this person, you realize, there's a bit of potential. I want to get to know them better.
Okay.
So you ask the person, what are you looking for? If they jibba jabba, or they don't know what they're saying, and you already have an answer, as a woman and even as a man, it's okay, proper and right, to tell this person, me, I'm looking for a lifetime commitment. If that's not what you're looking for, it's okay. Let's not waste each other's time.
Okay.
But what that requires is a person who is completely self-aware, a person who has fully has self-acceptance.
Okay.
Meaning that even if this person walks away, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's not like they're my oxygen. They're not bringing me the air that I'm breathing. I'll continue breathing. I'll continue living.
Okay.
It's just that we're not compatible. It's just that we're not heading the same direction that will lead us to the same destination. And it's
And that's
okay.
okay.
And
Okay.
you respect them and you move on.
I hear
Because
that,
if you keep going third, fourth, fifth date, let's just say you're enjoying meals,
Free meals.
free meals or whatever it is, depending on who's paying, enjoying each other's company, but you very well know that you're misplaced. You're misplaced. And for us ladies, and I've said here before, we need security.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll always hear a woman asking, what are we? What are we? Because they're trying to discern, ninaenda, ninarudi, where am I in
Where
this
am
person's
I? Yeah.
scope of
I
life?
hear that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, and so quality communication is important.
It is.
And Prof, probably you'll answer this together with what you wanted to say, in terms of, do we then sometimes say a lot without saying anything? Okay, can we also agree that is part of communication, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't be
Very
more
good
right.
question.
You couldn't be more right.
Yeah.
That, you're very, very right.
Yeah.
You see, we speak a lot,
Yeah.
but we don't say anything. Okay?
That's why we get tired. It's like,
Exactly.
tunasema didi. Okay.
You see,
yeah.
just to marry that with what I wanted to say,
Yeah.
I wanted to say that, you see, what she is describing is a very mature couple. Two people who are very mature, and they are very well nurtured, okay? And that kind of maturity does not come by transmogrification. No. It does not come by miracle. It is something that is dependent on deep kind of training.
Okay.
So that we get to know that it is not offensive, it is not wrong to ask somebody what someone's expectation is.
Yeah.
And if somebody asks you what your expectation is, the person is not putting you on the spot. The person is not trying to weigh whether you are a good person or you are a bad person. Because some find it offensive when they're asked, now, what are your expectations? What doesn't he want me? What doesn't she
Ulterior
want
motives.
me?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
There is need for a very good psychological formation for the young, so that they get to know that they need to be sure of what they want in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because some are afraid of stating actually what their wants are. There's something that this person really needs, but the person cannot gather courage and say, this is what I want.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, maybe you people might need to think about this.
Okay.
A forum where a discussion could be made about how to train people in that kind of resilience and in that kind of open maturity with one another, so that when you communicate, you do not take offense with each other because you feel, but how could he ask me this? How could she tell me this? This means he does not love me. No.
Or even just being scared of how the other person will respond.
Exactly, being scared of the response of the other person. If I ask him this, if I ask him this, how is he going to react? Am I going to lose him? Is he going to leave me? You see that?
Okay.
So I think there should be a way in which a training should be done.
Okay.
I don't know who is going to do it. Maybe you're going to do it.
You're here. You will help us. And maybe the producer, Meskia.
I think the most important training that you can cultivate in anyone is helping people cultivate self-love. Self-love. Okay. Because self-love comes with self-dignity and self-worth. There's a way utakuwa umejikubali. Because I'm telling you, most of the time people will stay in a relationship, like Prof has said, that they're not meant to be because they are feeling, now nitaachwa, will I be wanted again? Will I be chosen again? Kwanza that thing, will I be chosen again? And you've approached a relationship wanting to be chosen, wanting to be loved. The other person approach ukiwa chips funga.
So they
for
feel
them,
besieged.
Choose me.
Love me. Choose me. You want to be chosen. But if you choose yourself and want yourself, you won't want to.
You will not want
Or
that.
mtu, this person umemkatia akakubali na hujai kubalika.
Okay, exactly.
You get.
Okay.
So this person is messing you up, but you can't leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to rejection, and this is the first relationship.
Let's not do that.
Unaumia disi tunaona yenyewe unaumia, lakini
uko tu hapo unashikilia.
Sasa ni nyinyi hamuunderstand vile mimi na mapenzi yake kila siku.
Nijitu nilimjamisha. Hadi unajieka kwa shida zenye si wewe.
You actually take okay. So good quality communication is important. The fundamental that does not need to change. Okay, let's go through more feedback and then we'll come back and address are there any other rules that should remain constant? It doesn't matter. 2050, 2075, what dating would look like then. There are some fundamentals that should remain. But let's hear what you guys have to say on WhatsApp as far as understanding the different generations and the rules that they had and what rule you live by and why. So 2 parts to that question. Okay, so this one says, be genuine, straightforward, and selfless. That's the rule to follow in our relationship. Married for 4 years now. This is Regan from Embu. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Regan, for sharing. This one says, Steve from Nairobi, there is no true love, no more. There is no need for the new generation and the old generation to get married. Just come with risk. Yeah. Okay. Hey. And then this one says, I personally think once you lose that first love, leave you. Because first love, you don't expect heartbreak. The moment ushajua kuna heartbreaks, your love life changes because unajua anytime unaweza achwa. And then says unachwa. So love ni ile ya kwanza tu. From there, hizi zingine ni kukaa tukiwa too cautious. Nobody wants to commit themselves. This is Mike from Nairobi. Okay. This one says, hey, how are you doing today? Very well. How are you? This one says, Kevin Ochwila from Busia. My rule in love and relationships is simple. Always choose honesty, even when the truth is difficult. Trust is the foundation of every meaningful relationship. And once broken, it takes a long time to rebuild. Genuine love thrives where there is respect, loyalty, understanding, and open communication. My take. And then continues to say, Kevin again from Busia says, in my view, love is, wait, they had something else to say. Love itself has not changed. What has changed is the way people understand, express, and practice it. Modern life, technology, and shifting values have influenced relationships, but genuine love still thrives where trust, commitment, respect, and sincerity remain. Okay, thank you for that. Do we have another one? Hello, NTV. Love has changed because the new generation's expectations on matters with mapenzi iko juu. The ladies focus on material things and the men are in the race for chasing as many girls as one can have. And this is Isaka from Mogotio. Thank you for tuning in. This one says, love can change, whereby it is not accommodated. To accommodate love, you must be sure that the love was not born out of material things and money. As I said earlier in my text, the true love always must be there. And if it will change, it was not true love. Wait, I've lost that. It was not true. Oh yeah, this is what I am saying. Genuine love, the true love does not change. You can have differences in love, but you can sit down and solve the differences. This is David Chadlow as well. Again, from Wote, Makueni County. Okay, hello, Faith Akinyi from Bungoma. Love has not changed. It's the women, who have changed. She's a lady saying. And then it says, for me, one dating rule I live by is communicate clearly, even when it's awkward. This is Mama Jojo from Kitengela. Okay, and then this one says, hi, I'm Gladys from Nyeri. Love is about intentions and commitment. Love with pure intentions. You will not find yourself having trust issues with the other. If you are committed to that person, you will make sure you meet his or her needs in terms of resources, time, or even dreams. Respect and trust will come through by holding a positive position of your partner. But if you feel drained in a relationship, there's no need of staying. It's making you worn out. One should feel loved, supported, and appreciated. That says, but if I may ask, when a man tells you you're lazy because you didn't prepare him for work, you have been doing that for a whole year, but he argues that when you forget to get him a shoe or even a comb, he argues and says he can prepare himself and do it very well. You keep on making it work, but ukisahau kitu moja inakuwa kelele ati venye hutaki kumtayarisha, so haina haja kujiforce, knowing better that you do it out of love and sacrifice. But to him, it's a must work to be done. Please help. Okay, so I think let's note that. That's a question. And then this one says the problem is us. Okay, so we are the issue. Then says we don't know who we are, and without this, we don't love ourselves fully. And how can you love someone if you don't fully love yourself with your perfect imperfect? Sahi, people want what someone has and not what's meant for them. And when they get it, they complain. Okay. Hi, love nowadays is just like business or investment. Like what do you bring to the table? Yes, we ask that question so many times. Some say I'm the table. Then this one says, hello, I think love has changed. A man today is only viewed as a man based on his monetary performance. Children are raised to always ask dads for this and that. Hence, the mentality of performance-based is not, wait, can we go up? And not on the value he brings or just him being a man being a man who also has needs. Understanding and communication becomes a measurable metric in this case. Okay, and then this one says love has not changed. We have true love is still patient, kind, forgiving, and selfless. What has changed is our priorities, expectations, and willingness to sacrifice. If we return to genuine care, respect, and commitment, love will still transform lives. This is Silas Chelagat from Uganda. Oh wow, thank you for watching. And then this one says, good morning to you all. Love hasn't changed. It's as I think who have and kind of made it look tiresome. In fact, just the thought of seeing someone and you feel that tingling thing within you, then it is the one. Makosa tu ni if people don't click. Oh, says Winnie, it's really beautiful. Oh, thanks, Sam. Mahari Kuje. Please. We know it's Mahari Kuje that says, Winnie, you're doing a good job. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. And then this one is Lenny from Kitui. And indeed, love has changed throughout the generations. And I think we cannot mention love without finances. It's like they're intertwined, at this point. Okay, can we answer the question on if you're used to doing something, preparing the money, and then once it becomes a whole issue. I think it's a whole thing about culture, roles.
Yeah. But again, I am looking at it from a different perspective. Okay. I think there is some underlying issue. I think there is something the man isn't saying, is expressing in the criticisms. Yeah. So there's a problem somewhere. It's not just that when she does it, she gets blamed. When she forgets something, she gets blamed. No,
a whole issue.
There is an issue that is underlying that whole kind of thing. The man is just expressing that issue which is not being addressed through the criticism.
Okay.
They need to sit and talk.
Okay. Okay. Just understand why.
I also feel like criticism is communication.
Yes.
Yeah, like Prof has said.
Yeah.
And I would actually say, just from that statement, the relationship is ailing. Yeah.
Okay.
And for him making that comment, there are some comments that when you make them, they're going to hurt. And that's the intention. I'm making that comment to hurt you. And then also the other thing I would want to address in that relationship, has the value for the person changed? The only value you see in this person is the service they give you.
Yeah.
And so if they're not giving you
and
that
good service is.
And has led to entitlement. Because I feel like there's a lot of entitlement there. Because, before she was there, you were doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
But now how she's doing it as a way of showing you love, acts of service. I'm showing you love. I love pampering my man. I'm going to arrange things for him. She doesn't do it one day because maybe sometimes she's like, I don't have to do it. I only do it out of love. The man is like, those are your wifely duties. Kwa nini haufanyi?
Yeah.
So there's a bit of entitlement there and misplaced value.
Okay.
Like, what's the value of the wife if she's not doing those things?
Oh, I see. Okay, communicate. Sit down and just address what the real issue is, because it's manifesting in other things.
Yeah.
Okay, so communication, very important and should never change when it comes. It doesn't matter how much we are changing as a people and how times are changing as well, and as far as the whole concept about dating and marriage and commitment is concerned, it should not change. Commitment, has commitment become unattractive from where you sit that now we're just like, you know, right? Like from where you see different commitment is just like, that's why we were surprised when Mumeka for a whole year.
Imagine.
You see, before even your story of commitment, there's someone mwenye ameuliza, can you love someone before loving yourself? You can't.
You can't.
You can't. Have. The good book says, love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yeah.
If you can't take care of you, you can't take care of the next person. If you can't deal with your emotions, you can't deal na emotions za mtu mwingine. So first of all, the way Miriam said, self-love, very important. Love you. Jikubali, mimi ni mdark, mimi ni white, mimi niko hivi. First of all, it starts with you. So that someone won't make a comment and you feel like, you get. And that comes with self-esteem. The moment kuna self-love, self-esteem ni top-notch. So just to answer that person, you can't love without loving you. You are the foundation of everything, you as a person.
Okay.
Commitment ni kazi, which watu hawataki.
Yeah. It's like kama kungekuwa na cheat sheet, sisi wote together.
Cheat code ingekuwa hivi,
you know,
kila mtu huko.
Yeah.
Someone just says plainly, me, I'm not into commitments. And you're like,
oh, commitment and labels. It's like, do we have to label this?
You get?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Why? The same way we said from the beginning, people want shortcuts. Staki mnitag na kitu fulani.
Okay.
Unanipata? Staki mnitag mimi ni chali yako. Staki unitag mimi ni manzi yako. Sisi tuko tu.
Wetu.
Sisi
to enjoy
tuko
each
tu.
other's company.
You get? Aki commitment, it's work. But the truth is this, are you committed to your work where you're working?
Okay. Okay.
You get?
So we all have some form of commitment. Like we are capable of committing.
Yes.
What?
So, what and to who, ndio kuna problem.
Okay.
The same person will find another woman or another man
And they'll commit.
and they'll commit.
And they commit. Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
So again, it takes us back to huyu mtu, the moment you're coming into this partnership, how do they view you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Unaona? How do they value you? The same way we've said, they'll meet you to chipo you for that day. They'll meet another person for keeps. The same way someone made a joke that a lady I'm drinking with, I can't get married to them.
Okay.
Then why are you drinking with them?
Yeah.
Unaona?
Vibes.
So unaweza
And
kuona
inshallah.
come place kwa njia ya commitment na huyo mtu anakuona like I don't want to commit. And you can't be in a relationship without committing anything that from emotions. Actually, you can't be with someone if you're not committing emotions to them.
To the person. Yeah, because I wanted to ask, so that should it be a rule that should not change? It
We
doesn't
have to be
matter how
committed
much.
to this cause.
Yeah. Committed to the cause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commitment for sure is unattractive because it comes with lots of sacrifices. When you're committed to somebody, you have to make certain sacrifice, and sacrifices are painful. So there are people who do not want to undergo certain pains. So no, if it's going to force me to incur some pain, let it be.
Okay.
But that is where things go wrong. Because if you don't feel the pain of something, you don't know the value of that thing. You don't get attached to it. The relationship between you and that thing becomes very superficial. And that's why relationships have become rather superficial.
Yeah.
I think there's so many things running in my mind right now.
Okay.
And
The philosopher.
He's committed to his
He's
thoughts.
committed to his
we were talking at a certain point during break time about value.
Yeah.
Okay? How do we inculcate the values that we live by?
Okay.
I think that is missing seriously in the society. We grow up valueless people.
Yeah.
Because the kind of values that we have are very perfunctory. values which are as deep as our emotions run, they don't get into our intellectual constitution. They are not thought out. In other words, they are irrational values. That one makes it difficult for us to endure the necessary pain to create the bonding that is necessary to make things move in a certain direction.
I see that. So values, commitment, communication. Okay, Miriam.
Wow. I think I just want to add to consistency. Consistency. Just being consistent in, like, you know, Prof has said, consistent in choosing the proper values, choosing to commit every day. It's like something you have to, it's a choice you have to make every day. You have to choose to be a conscientious, trustworthy, honest person every single day. And in that case, as you're doing that, you're also choosing your partner, choosing to remain committed to your partner, choosing to remain honest, choosing to keep the boundaries that the two of you have set in that relationship, because that's what respect is. Actually, now with consistency and respect go hand in hand.
I see.
Because for you to give respect, it has to be a consistent decision and consistent form of action that you're taking every single day. You know, so I would say remain consistent in what you're doing, in your intentions, and consistent in your boundaries. Consistent in intentions is this: by the time you're meeting someone, you know what you want, right? So don't go for someone who's commitment worthy when you know that's not what you're looking for. Remain consistent. Kani chifunga wenda kwa mtu unajua hata yeye anatafuta hiyo. You know, don't go lie to a person that you're looking for a commitment just to get them, and you know very, very well that that's not what you're looking for. So be consistent in what you're looking for and in who you are.
And who you are. And actually, in regards to the question of the day, and that is, what is that one rule that you live by? I think for me, that's it. Consistency. Because then if you are a consistent person, you'll be consistent in your communication. And it's not consistent in communication like we talk every day, but you know, you'll be consistent with your emotions, even your behaviors, your values as a person. So for me, consistency is out there. But let me hear yours. I'm curious. What are yours? It wasn't that MC was. One rule you live by. You're like, one rule. And why?
Nisha explain ya kwanza, acha niseme ya pili. Communication. Hatuwezi debate. If we don't communicate,
it's fine.
Respect. We just have to respect each other. If I love you, I'll respect you. I won't insult you. Because there's a time inafika relationship inakufikisha kwa kona ya ukuta. What happens when you reach to that level? Because whether you like it or not, utafikishana hapo. That is where someone starts insulting you. Wewe is juna kuangaje, wewe is juna. Until someone will use, probably someone will use something that you told them against you. And it's something probably that happened without them being there. They were not even in your life. But now they'll make you feel guilty for that thing happening. Ndio manata nini ilifanyika. And you're like, so when you respect someone, you won't insult them. So
I have a question on respect, because like you said, when you love someone, you'd respect them. But what about when love fades? Because you usually say kuna hizo moments in love. Would you still respect them even if you don't feel love for them?
This is me. Love doesn't fade.
That's
me. Love haifedigi.
It's a choice.
Love ni choice make. Haifedigi. What fades is, what happens is, and you think love may fade, ni venye una view that person shifts. Unaona? So if I was consistent with you, unaanza kunotice nimeanza ku. So hapo ndo mtu anaanza kusema siku hizi unipendi. Ukimuuliza reason, umechange juu haufanyangi hivi na hivi. So love, for me, love does not fade.
It does not fade.
What fades, or rather what changes, is how you are relating with that person. The things we used to do. So if it happens that vitu zimeanza kuchange, I'll still respect you.
That's fair.
Whatever tuliongea wawili, hata tukikosana, na date Miriam sasa, I won't discuss you vitu tuliongea because tuliongea tukiwa tunapendana. Let us maintain that privacy till death do us apart.
Yes. That's really nice. I like that. Prof.
A number of things.
A number of things. Wow. With a sigh.
I know, right?
Choose.
One.
Okay.
I've always maintained that I must be genuinely myself in my relationship with people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I must be genuinely myself. And that genuine self is a self that takes you seriously until such a time that you tell me, I'm not a serious person, please don't take me seriously.
Okay.
So I take you seriously. I respect you as a human being, okay? And the principle that anchors that is act on such a principle that you would also propose that everybody in your shoe should act like that. Understand what I mean? Act on the principle that you would also propose that any person who finds him or herself in your shoe should act like that, and you'll be okay with it.
It's like don't preach water. What's that
Don't
saying?
preach water
And drink wine.
In other words, do to others what you would them do to you.
Yes. Okay.
Once that is done, for me, everything is okay.
Okay.
Respect will come there, genuineness will come there, love will come there, everything is encapsulated in that.
I like that. Okay. Miriam, umefikiwa.
I feel prof amechukua yangu ni kama ananisoma. I'm like, come on, why? I think mine, like he said, is to just genuinely be myself, authentically.
Okay.
I don't want to be any other person except when I'm growing. And
you will grow.
Yeah,
right?
except when I'm growing for the better. Because life experiences will change you.
Yes.
The reason why I choose that one is this. I want someone to genuinely meet me the first time they meet me.
Okay.
So that they don't feel, you either choose whether you want me the way I am. Mi ukinipeleka date, ni kuku, mi sijui kukula drumstick na knife. My friend, I'll wash my hands, I'll eat with. If that's not your spec, you're free.
Okay.
It's okay. You can go. You
Yeah.
know, I laugh loudly. If you can't handle that, then I prefer just being myself, so that from the minute you meet me, you're not going to be surprised later on. Who is this showing up? I showed up from the very beginning as me, right? So the reason I do that is so that when you're making a choice, you're making an informed choice.
Yes.
It's an informed choice.
It's not like it's something hidden.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question still on the same, in terms of how much of yourself, I know you say fully, but then there's people who will be like, I show up as I am, with all my flaws and my bad manners and my baggage and everything else that mix with me, and then I come with them on the table. Then you decide,
Of course,
you still want me or not.
With decorum. With
Thank
decorum.
you. Yes.
And decorum is, it's also having dignity within yourself,
Yes.
right? Like you have chosen yourself fully, accepted yourself fully, loved yourself fully, and also in that you have dignity within yourself. Of course, there are ways you're not going to behave in public just because
That's
you're being
who you are.
yourself. You're showing up as yourself with wisdom. Within reason, and with decorum.
With decorum.
Yes.
Okay, we have like 2 or 3 minutes or less to end the conversation today. Time flies. But so then, should men and women, okay, I think then we will do that as our parting shots. Should men and women then approach the dating scene with, yes, the rules in mind, the ones that remain unchanged, but approach it differently, so that we do not forget our cultures and our roles and, you know, the things that were, how we were supposed to do things differently. Very quickly, in like 30 seconds or less, before we're being chased out of the studio.
Should we show up? I think we were created the way we were just because there's a purpose. If you're a woman, you're a woman. If you're a man, you're a man.
Okay.
Show up as the woman that you are, in your gentle, in your just be feminine.
Okay.
Don't try and impose your masculinity where it's not meant to be. Just show up as the feminine that you are.
Thanks, Miriam.
I would want to echo that. No man would want, unless to marry another man.
Okay.
You'd want to marry a woman. So let us just be our authentic selves.
Okay.
Show up authentically.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. MC DJ Boz, mheshimiwa.
Mheshimiwa mwenyewe. Just be you.
Okay.
Be real.
Yeah.
And just commit.
Okay. Okay. You said commit to the course.
Commit to the course.
Of the dating course and marriage and commitment and relationship. That was wholesome. Thank you so much for coming by today. Usipote. Mheshimiwa, I know uko busy lakini usipote. Thank you so much. MC Walls, Prof, thank you. And Miriam as well, thank you so much. And thank you for staying with us until the end of the show, for your contributions, for your questions, for your concerns, and for your feedback as well on the question of the day. If you still have more, please send it on our WhatsApp number. We'll send it to them, okay? But for now, enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Winnie Lubembe. See you tomorrow on Wellness Wednesday. And stay true to who you are. Goodbye.